Hey guys, this is Brandon from OrgBoat. I'm here for another tutorial for another area of OrgBoat. Today we're going to be going over the reports and commendations section of OrgBoat. So here, this is the main profile section when you first log in, and then you can click on reports, and you can go here to write report, and there's different types of reports you can write on people. The whole point is to make management and the people who are your superiors know kind of what's going on and why your job is harder, or why maybe you don't want to get blamed for something that somebody else caused, and that sort of thing. So it's a clarifying type of thing. And then for executives, it's also good for knowing who is sort of making it harder to work and who's sort of secretly or behind the scenes making it more difficult. Because if everybody sort of has an eye on what's going on and they can write about it, then it just makes it much more difficult for somebody to sneak by unnoticed in the staff. So let's say, for example, you wanted to do report waste. Okay, let's say I wanted to do it on this guy here, and then I wanted to make like wasting paper, and then yesterday in the staff lounge, Oscar had a ream of legal paper that he spilled soda on carelessly. And you can make sure that they get an email notification so that they know that they have a report written on them. You can add the report here. The report has been added. Now, if you go to the outbox, you can see here's the report. That opens it up in a new window. But if you can print the report here, you can click the report here to get a full report page that you can print. It's very nice. Here has the date. You can delete it. Okay, so that's the outbox. So this is my profile that we're still in. Okay, and then that's the inbox of me and the outbox of me. So if you go to outbox, it's going to show you the outbox of the things that I'm writing outward. And then if you go to inbox, it's going to show you the things that I've received. So if you go to Oscar's profile, and Oscar's name is going to be up here on the left here in a second. There it is. Then now if you go to reports and you go to his inbox, you're going to see that he got this report from me. And it says here written by, the date, the actions, you can delete it. And then this is outbox, things that Oscar has written, which is none. But he has some inbox items. Okay, so that's reports, and you can go into the settings, these little stars here, and you can set up basically who can see reports of other people, who can write them, who can delete them, who can edit them, stuff like that. You can make that individual for each individual person in your company, so that people aren't getting into things they shouldn't be getting into. Reports aren't necessarily something that everyone should see. They could be. You could even make it a thing where there's a news up here. You could do something where there's been some trouble in Division 3 or Treasury Department or whatever, and we're going to be going ahead and making all of the reports for that area known in an effort to help cool down the area or whatever. So if you were to do something like that, then you could make, for a temporary period of time, you can make all the reports visible in the Treasury area or in Treasury, and then you could add it as a news item here, which is the news section, if you wanted to. Stuff like that. You can do a lot of things with this. And the commendations area is the opposite part of that, which is the things that are really good, things that are like, wow, gosh, you did a really good job. And if you go into my profile here, my name's here, go into the commendations section, you can write a commendation on somebody. Here's the outbox, and I wrote a commendation already, but you can go into the write commendation section. You select the staff member. You put the title, commendation, like what happened, as specific as possible, and then type of commendation, or high commendation. Just means basically, and then you can get that email notification on that. And then when you write it, you can see it in your profile in the outbox, and then you can also see it in the inbox of the other person. So if you go to the other person's inbox, you can see exactly, and you can even open it up in a little window here, and you can print it for any files that you want to keep on people. This is, reports and commendations are really important for legal purposes, for protecting yourself. You have to have documented evidence of, it's good to have documented evidence of why you had to fire a person or why you had to, because you don't want it to make, you don't want emotional decisions in the workplace. You don't want people thinking that it's just emotional decision. Oh, who knows who? Like, the reports and the commendation sections really make it to where you can promote safely and you can fire safely and you can know what's going on and you can have it all backed up by obvious evidence. People in the office should have the benefit of the doubt, but when evidence is placed on the table, it's hard to fight that and it's hard to complain about that. And they can even be shown the evidence. Hey, look, Oscar or whatever, you've got these 10 reports from these various people. I went around and talked to them. This is the information I've collected. What do you have to say about yourself? And then Oscar obviously has to either shape up or he's going to, get booted. And he knows that. And it's a warning for him rather than just kicking him out all at once. And then he's confused and upset. And it becomes some kind of emotional situation. So this puts you at control as an executive, and it puts you as control as an HR manager, and it just allows you to properly control the group and properly do the things you need to do. And it's probably one of the most powerful aspects of OrgBoat. And so yeah, that is the reports and commendation section.